Oh, welcome everybody. This is the Aged Gamer Khankore, and of course that was my chair squeaking if you happen to hear it, not my bones. Haha. Anyway, I am here to do a little rundown of the mod for Sins of a Solar Empire called Star Trek Armada 3. Yes, right there in the middle of the screen. And as you can see, kind of in between there is this really cool cube, and that's the Borg cube. It's really neat and really well done. I do have my graphics turned down very low for this because I am frapsing. And on a previous take, what I did was started the video and got into this huge battle, and my system, which is actually an Alienware and pretty high performance, chugged because I was recording not only at full screen, there's my chair again, and had the graphics set up to ultra high on everything, and it looked amazing, but it looked like I was looking at a screenshot, and then as I talked, it just ended up me doing a podcast. So I'm not going to be doing, now I have to shoot it all over again. So here we go. For those of you gamers, 40 plus, in my age category, who may be looking for a game to play that isn't so twitchy, and I've gone on this before, but yes, we used to be, those of us in my age category used to be very competitive, very good at the Twitch base, awesome games, and obviously we were talking about the original Rainbow Six days, and that's when I was in my early 20s, mid-20s, mid-20s, when that came out, and Doom, I was the same era. My original game was obviously Pong, and then the big advent was, oh my god, it's an Atari. So that's where I'm coming from, and those of you who share my similar background, who still enjoy gaming but want to play something that you can sink your teeth into and kind of relax and pick up, well, I highly recommend this game. So, Sins of a Solar Empire is an actual great game by itself, but if you happen to be a Star Trek fan, I'm not a Trekkie, if you will, and not that there's anything against that, obviously, but I enjoy the series. It's just I never really got into, what drink Data had on episode 14 while he was talking to whatever Whoopi Goldberg's character was. Anyway, so that's where I'm coming from, but I do enjoy the whole universe of Star Trek, and in this particular game you can play as the Federation and the Klingons and the Romulans, and there's also the Borg cube. What they've done is the developers of this mod, which is a total conversion by the way, have decided, or from what I understand, have put the Borg in the game to be kind of like the AI's way of giving competitive, cooperative players something to do. And you can take 3, 4, 5, I guess it's designed for 4 plus, real opponents or real cooperative players versus the AI here, because they're just incredibly strong. I have yet to play against them because I have gone on Steam and I've been looking for a couple games just to get around, but I've played online once with a friend, and for those of you who've heard us before, it's Dwarf, my 21-year-old friend, and he and I kind of got this really cool, I'm the OG and he's the new guy kind of approach. And anyway, so let's jump into it and see what we got going on. You can play, there is no campaign. This is a open sandbox kind of mission generator, and I'll show you. You get all these maps, and they all basically play the same. These are just the small maps, and the ones that have been specifically designed by the modders actually have the Star Trek Armada 3 right in front of it, STA3, but you can also have the medium-sized maps and the large maps, or you can design maps. Galaxy Forge, I'm not sure what that is, so we'll just skip it. There we go, back to small maps. We're going to open up a random tiny map here. Again, I've got these settings down really low, so let's hit that and hit play. And for our game options, I've turned off the pirates, and here's why. for those of you who have played, this is the 1.82 release. I believe it was released in May of 2014. It is currently June 2014. And I've played the solo game now 3 or 4 times where the pirates were left on, and I've played against one other opponent. It was the AI, and I never got to see anything but the scout ships, because the pirates would annihilate my opponent or they would annihilate me. I don't know if they're just that strong or what, but I never really paid attention. Maybe it's the pace at which I play, which to me is great, but maybe, you know, I'm not like competitive going into build orders and all that other kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to enjoy a game. So I turn them off because I want to go fight my opponent and not a bunch of pirates who I could give a crap left. They're kind of neat because I can level up my ships by killing them, but yeah, I'd rather just have some fun. Anyway, I got the large fleet sizes on, random events are on, quick start's on, which I recommend because it gives you a couple things that you don't get in a normal start, which is the other option. And in the quick start you get, I believe it's a couple scouts and a construction bay for ships already. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to hop right into this. You can play with the settings on your own. I'm going to save you the loading screen, so I'm going to pause the video, or actually break out, and then I'll join you back after we get the... Did I go through video or victory conditions? Oh, okay, so I got capital victory on. That's and allied when I play with friends. But so if I destroy their capital planet, I win. If they destroy mine, I win. Or they win. All right, and I'm going to hit start and here in a second, and then I'll join you back after the load screen because I just want to have to talk you through that. Anyway, see you in a few. And here we are, fresh out of the load screen. I went ahead and hit escape and pause and am moving around in my chair so that you can hear my squeaks. I wonder if Home Depot might have a sale. Anyway, where was? Okay. Oh yeah, hit escape. Okay, so here we are. This is what we. Ooh. Oh wow, that doesn't look right. That looks rather craptastic compared to what I'm used to. I'm not playing the Borg by accident, am I? Well, these are all black, the borders. That that happens to be, yeah. Okay. So this is the cube. Okay. Anyway, so hey, you wanted to look at the Borg stuff? Here you go. All right. So guess who's got to reload? I'm telling you, I could have sworn I. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to reload it and be right back. Bye. Okay. So hey, guess what I did? I forgot to pick our factions before I started the game. Yeah, pretty important when you want to play something. Okay, I want to play as the Federation. So if you happen to select something and then want to make it random, this is one little thing I've found is it's this little button way down here, just kind of hiding all by itself. Anyway, I'm going to play as the Federation, and this will tell you the information about each ship that's available for that particular faction. Here's the Klingon one. Here's some of the hero class ships that you can get. And I'll go into heroes, which is really, really cool. Really cool concept. You get Picard, and you get, what was the guy in Deep Space Nine? Was it is it Cisco or something like that? Anyway, those of you who are Deep Space Nine fans can kind of comment below in the comments to let me know. Or you can get this Romulan gal here, and or the Borg. So I want to play against the Romulans, but I want to be the Federation. So I'm going to select the Federation for me, and I want them to be the Romulans. So select them. Let's see, Romulan green. Yeah, hello. Accept. You can customize the little symbol that you'll see when you're in game, and we'll set them to easy. I wonder what easy. Did I already do this? Easy Borg. Anyway. Regardless, here we go. Bonk. Okay, and we're in. Hey, that was quick. Okay, so here we are at the Federation. You zoom out. This is the entire, it's such a small map that we're playing, but this is the entire galaxy. There's a star, and here's my planet. But this isn't all of it. This is just all I can see. So this planet over here, this planet over here, and my little planet here. Okay, so what do we got? What are we looking at? Well, this is, we're going to call it, and what's really cool is you can rename all this stuff. We're going to call this Earth. This is where we started. And by selecting your planet, you come up with these neat little icons here. And this one's the planet management. Okay, so you got your developed planet. So you have several options. You can increase the civilian infrastructure, and this plays towards the micromanagement, if you will, or part of the game. So the civilian infrastructure and the logistics capacity, that's how many things you can have around your planet. And tactical capacity, that's the tactical things you can have around your planet. Emergency facilities, that makes it harder for when they bombard your planet, which is so cool, by the way, because they come in and all these little missiles come down. You see all these explosions, and then you lose population. Like right over on that menu that just popped up on the right, you see where it says planet health and population. Those two attributes go down as it's bombarded, and once it reaches 0, then it's like a dead planet, and all your cool stuff dies, and you have to recolonize it. Anyway, it's really, really cool and really neat. Then we got the Explore the Planet, and you have a chance to find, I believe this is where you have the chance to find like the artifacts. Social specialization, and to be honest with you, I like to play, I don't even worry about these 4 things here, because I'm not going on trying to do like a economic victory or a expansion kind of victory where you take over the galaxy and you got more planets or anything like that. I'm just out to destroy the other capital ships, so I'm going to be concentrating mostly on weapons research and keeping my stuff very well protected. That's just the way I'm going to play. So what do we got out here? You got these little green icons out here, and these are like the floater icons, or the ID icons, which tell you what the stuff is. But you can use your mouse wheel and zoom right in. Okay, well, this is obviously an asteroid with a cool little mining thing on it. Isn't that neat? And the detail is really, really neat. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. I have it turned almost all the way down. This right here is, you only get one, and this is unique to the Star Trek mod. And this is, this is the Starfleet Command HQ. And each player gets one of these. And here are those cool little hero ships I was telling you about. Now currently these are all unavailable because I got to do the research to unlock a particular class of ship, and then I'll be able to get the hero. And the easiest one in my experience to get is this Voyager with Captain Janeway. Yay. My personal feeling on that whole series, I think I should have just watched Cheers, to be quite honest, or Friends. Anyway, so easy to get, and how you spawn them is, once they're available, you'll click on that, and then you click on the planet that you want them to arrive in, and then they magically appear out here on the outer ring somewhere, and you include them into your force. These are the bays in which everything is docked, and look at all these cool little shuttles flying around there. The detail is just incredible. Same thing there. That's just for, one's for building capital ships, one's for building your regular ships, and if I've got those two mixed up, I apologize. Here are the construction vessels, which you don't really control. I mean, you can. You know, I can tell it to go over here. Ooh. But whenever you build something, they just kind of auto go, and which I really, really love. You know, less micromanagement for me. Yay. Here's a really cool thing. Okay, so
Status
you get to
report.
start when you play with the quick start with 2 of these Nova class ships, and these are basically your scouts. And I'm going to show you how really cool this is. So I click
Status
on them,
report.
and see this little thing down here? It says Survey Mission. Okay, so if I click on that with the left click, they're just going to automatically go and go look at the next closest thing. But if I right click on it, which means basically autocast, it's going to take off and continually explore until it's destroyed.
Alter
And I'm going to do
course.
the same thing. Oops,
All
I'm going to do the
sections
same
stand
thing
by.
for this one. And I'll probably have to
Status
redo this
report.
one since I accidentally right clicked. There. Okay, and now this one will go do its thing. And too bad well, I want it to go do its thing the other way.
Armed and ready.
Yeah.
Planetary
Armed and
system
ready.
detected.
Armed and ready to scout. That's a good scout. He's armed and ready. Okay, so he should automatically just take off from over here and go zoom. Alright, let's get back to the planet. So one of the first things that you need to do is designate or increase your ability to house logistics and your tactical capacity. Now this is my home planet, so I'm going to want some logistics, and I want this to have a very good amount of space I can put my tactical stuff, like fighter bays and turrets and that neat stuff. So I'm going to click it once on each of those because I don't want to spend all my money yet, because what I do want to do is either by clicking on the planet, or you can click on the specific building bay, but it's just so much easier to click on the planet, which is cool because now you have access to anything in your little, this is called a galaxy well, by the way. Galaxy well? Did I say that? Gravity well. Gravity? Yeah. Anyway, anything in here, this is where all the fights happen, and all the cool stuff per planet. You don't really fight out here where this line is. This is a transmission kind of, and he's not,
All sections stand
he's
by.
really set to go someplace, isn't he? Here.
Alter
over there.
course.
And so you fight, most of your fights per planet are done within this thing, and you warp in and warp out. It's really, really rather kind of cool. What's this dude? And he's, this is embarrassing. Alright.
Armed and ready.
Well, go. Go if you're going to go. Anyway, okay. And so let's start building some ships. This is your capital ships. Now you can build 4 different classes. You got, this is a class in and of itself. This is your Titan. This is your huge ship. The capital classes, these are the ones where, like the USS Enterprise, the Ambassador, you know, here's the, where's it at? The Galaxy. Okay, so the Enterprise was a Galaxy. And these are like your main commander kind of ships. They're really, really tough. Here are your, what are they called again? Frigates, and these are your cruisers. So the frigates are your small workhorse. Cruisers are your specialty and larger ones, like the Defiant class, etc. So we're going to generate a small fleet, but we're going to start by kicking out. We're going to kick out a capital ship, and we're also going to kick out a couple of these Saber classes. 4 of those, just to start out. Maybe 5 of those. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to set a rally point, because I want to be able to find them. And stuff actually builds kind of quickly here. You can adjust the rate at which everything builds, which is kind of cool. But look at that. So something's being built here. You hold down your right mouse button to kind of pivot around and take a look at what's going on. Here's a ship being built. Look at all the little stuff. I mean, it's really a beautiful game. And this, again, I got my graphics on low.
Awaiting orders.
Anyway, I'm going to wait for this fleet to come up. But in the interim, hopefully, okay, see? My little ship's come over here. Has it? It's got a name now, so it's explored. Look at over here. There's the other ship going off on its deal.
All sections
Yep.
report.
Here's my other scout ship. Or
Give the
he
word.
was here. Yep, there he is. So he was being attacked on his way through. Here you got a couple, looks like a little photon torpedoes are going to hit him in the butt as he's going out. But here I've scattered it out. I've seen that this is a Class L planet, and currently
Resistance detected.
we have around it, let's see if we can get in here.
Standing by.
We have some of these syndicate cartels. Okay, so this is like a neutral faction, and they're going to be around I think around every planet. And different planets will have different classes. Like this is a Class P planet, and you have to do research to unlock
Planetary
those.
system detected.
This is another, yeah, militia.
Standing by.
So these are all the neutral faction ones. So we haven't run into any Romulans yet, except, oh, guess what? Now, here are the damn pirates. I thought I turned them off. I did turn them off. Ugh. Anyway, hopefully they're not going to come get us. But they're right here in the middle. Yippee. So that means that the Romulans are probably either going to be on this planet or a junction there off, or this one. Either this way or that way. So let's get back to what we're doing here. We're going to we have to colonize a couple planets to get some income going. So do we have our fleet yet? Here we go. Here's our fleet. Okay, isn't that cool? Check this out. This is Super Boss. And again, the graphics are turned down so you don't, with the graphics up high, you can see each individual window, and oh, they're just amazing.
Planetary system
Okay,
detected.
so we got our first little group here. What's unique
Ship
is
at
the
full
capital ship
readiness.
can upgrade. So I'm going to upgrade its abilities. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have it colonize. Now, you can make a colony ship, but it's just so much easier. Because they do level up and you get to spend more points, that's not the only thing I'll let it do. And you also get access to fighters. Fighters are bombers. One's more adept at taking out fighter aircraft, the others more adept at taking out bombers. And they come along with your ship and they'll fly out. Now look, here we got a Romulan
Awaiting
spy.
orders.
We got the scout. Okay, so we're going to go attack him just to show you how
Fire
that
when
goes.
ready.
Now you can either right click on him, but I find it just so much easier to left click and then select my target, especially in big battles. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, he just took some hits. Ooh, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Look at that. Here, let me deselect these guys just so you can see what's going on. And there's an option to get rid of these little things, because there's a cinematic view right here that if I toggle it, all that stuff goes away. Now, I thought all the menus and everything were supposed to go away too, but anyway, it allows you to take really cool screenshots. And we're back. So he's on fire now. Little scout has got 348 hull points left, but they're so fast that they're outrunning my guy. So let me zoom back out. All right. Well, we're going to follow him anyway.
Standing by.
So one of the neat things you can do is left click and drag.
Give the word.
Got my little fleet here. Right here in the tactics management, I'm going to make this into a fleet.
Steady as she goes.
So it identified. Now this is one thing that I've always wondered. Maybe someone who knows a little bit more about me can tell me, but it makes the commander. See, if I just
Give
left
the
click
word.
and select that, I get my whole fleet, and ships will auto join that when you manufacture them. But you would think that my really cool ambassador class command ship here, my really good ship, would be the commander and not that. So how I've learned to take care of
Awaiting
that
orders. Steady as
by
she goes.
selecting it again. We're going to deselect that and make them all go away. And if I select it
All
first,
sections report.
okay, now I got my deal
Be ready
first.
for anything.
And then I hold down shift and add everything else. And then I make it
Engines to full.
a squad. Then it'll make this into the command guy. Anyway, so I'm going to give that the old control 1 to make that group 1. So now when I
All
deselect it,
sections report. Ship
we're
at
good to
full
go.
readiness.
And we're going to send them over here to, tell you what, we're going to send that over here to this planet that I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name, because
Unable
as soon
to
as I
comply.
colonize it, I'm going to change it to Luna, meaning my Great Dane dog. No, actually it's the moon. It's both, actually. I have a Great Dane named Luna, and that is the name of the moon. So we're going to go ahead and change everything. We got Earth and the Moon. Okay, now we're going to need a little bit bigger force, I think. So we're going to add a couple more, well, not Novas. And this Robin class, this is the kind that you would build if you wanted to do some colonizing. Also later in the game it turns into star. That's the ship that makes the star bases. So we're going to make 3 more. And we're going to try to get this puppy going. Now let's do some planetary stuff while we got a build order going and we got these guys in transit. Oh, one other thing.
All
So
sections report.
if I right click on the move, I get the option to make them move all grouped. And very handy when you're trying to warp into battle. Click.
All power to engines.
Planetary system detected.
I right clicked on that planet and now they're going to go there. They would jump one at a time if I didn't have that selected. So it's really quite handy because now they'll kind of stage. Now when you're retreating, you've got to remember to take that off, because they'll just stage up here and get their crap beat out of them until they can warp as a unit.
Standing by.
Just a little something to remember. What is... Oh, here's my little guy coming up. Now he's supposed to auto-join if I have that on, which I did, I thought. Anyway.
Give the word.
What we're going to do is go ahead and hit 1
Ship
to select
at full
those.
readiness.
And we'll select the... Oh, wait. Yeah, and we'll select these 2. Okay, Control 1. We're adding
Altering
them to
course.
the group. Good, good. Now I got to add them to the fleet. I think if I just click here, it should add them. We'll see.
Engines to full.
Planetary system detected.
Okay, so there's the little dudes that are guarding the planet. And we're going to get into a little battle here. Okay, so this battle
Ready phasers and quantum
is against
torpedoes.
these unknown privateer frigates. What you'll notice is they don't have a ton of hull points. I mean, it's respectable. But look at their shield mitigation. They have 57% shield mitigation. I mean, come on, that's a little bit huge. Look at my guys, for instance. I have, oops, was it 10%? I think.
Give the word.
15% compared to their 57. Ugh. Just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway,
All sections report.
now that we've got everybody in here, we're going to
Planetary
all
system
concentrate on
detected.
the target.
All power to weapons.
Oh yeah. And then once we're done here, we're going to go ahead and colonize that planet. Another cool feature is once I zoom out, you see, I get 2 little brackets on the side. It tells me what I got in the, as far as ships in the squadron or quadrant, and what I'm facing. And then if I develop it, it'll also tell me what structures I have here. Kind of like this on my planet, Earth. All right, so let's get some of these space stations being built. These are how you progress your research tree. Is you got to have so many of these research vessel or stations, and like I said, all you do is you click and lay them down, and then automatically,
Planetary
guess
system
what
detected.
happens? Here they come. You see them? Here come the construction vehicles. Doo, doo, doo. And they'll come over and they'll start constructing. And construction again is pretty fast here. The other thing I want to do is I'm going to lay down some defenses. We have a defense station, which is awesome. And as soon as you put something down, even though it's not done building, you can manipulate it. So I'm going to make sure that it's able to take care of any bombers that come in. And it'll launch these fighters, and they'll be able to come take out anything in that quadrant. Okay, we're going to go back to the planet, and now we're going to construct a couple turrets.
Planetary system detected.
We're going to put them out here, and you can put them anywhere between the 2 yellow rings. And we're going to put them out there, And see how they intersect there? We're going to put them out there for a little planetary defense. Yeah. 3, 4 for now, because I, again, don't want to spend all my money. I got to start doing some research. And here's the research tree. We have the Fleet Shipyard, we have Orbital Command, Federation Council, Foreign... Again, this is when you start going into, like, diplomatic victories, which I don't screw around with that crap. Starfleet Academy is essential, and then you have the Scientific Council,
Colonization was
which,
successful.
once you do exploration and find stuff, it'll pop up here, and you can play with it. I haven't had anything do that yet. So, Starfleet Academy. This will increase the amount of command ships that you can have. Currently it says I have 0, or I'm sorry, not command ships. What are
Station
they? This
complete.
is capital ships. I've already got one. You're only allowed so many. I can't get another one until I research this. And this says, okay, let's increase the
Station
maximum
complete.
fleet size we have. So these are 2 good things, but not greatly important right
Planetary
away.
system detected.
More important is are these 2 tabs right here, or 3. So we want to be able to research phaser or
Station
torpedo turrets
complete.
for our planetary defense. This is where you do all your structural integrity, weapon research, and ship prototypes. So this is how you branch, or escalate your research tree to where you get to build bigger and better ships and unlock, like over here, you can unlock the Voyager and get Janeway. All right, I think you actually have to unlock
Yellow
this one
alert.
and that one.
Activated.
Here is
Station
the
complete.
Titan research tree. So once you get to this stage, you got to research this, and then boom, guess what? You get the next caliber prototype, which is amazingly cool. They're awesome. But for now, we're gonna throw some research into the Miranda class
Station complete.
and the Centaur class. We're going to research our weapons and some shields and structure, and then we're going to also,
Station
we have to be able
complete.
to colonize planets, so we're going to throw some research into that. This is the commerce. This is how you start getting your commerce going. Increases your mining, etc. What I think I'm going to do, though, is increase my or get the ability to use
Station complete.
torpedo turrets instead. Yeah, I'm not really big in... Okay, I'm going to do one into each one of those. And obviously your sensors are important. But I'm about to run out of money. But this is good. Okay. We're good there. Got another scout. Peeping through. Let's go see what's going on. Okay, we've taken that.
Waiting orders.
Oh, I was going to show you, but basically a little colony tube shootout. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And we colonized, I can't talk, the rock here. And the first thing we're going to do is get rid of that stupid name that I can't pronounce too well. And this is the Luna, the moon. Pink. All right. Now, let's see, we need insufficient dilithium. Okay, well, we'll wait. But we got some rocks over here that we can mine. So, if we go over to the
Research
logistics,
complete.
we can see what we can mine here. So we're always low on dilithium, so let's throw that one out there, and one of those. This is the, what is it, titanium, and these are the forms of currency. You have your platinum or your credits, and then the metal and dilithium crystals. And since we're here at the moon, this is going to be one of the first stages of defense between, here's Earth again, this is our capital, so we want to beef up defense on the 2 rungs you can get to. So not necessarily this one, but I'm thinking this one. Now let's take a look at what our scouts have done here. Oh, wow. Okay, so they've explored the whole galaxy, and this is what I'm thinking is the Romulan homeworld right there. Dink. Yeah. Well, good job, scouts.
Research complete.
So I'm going to get attacked. Okay, we're back, and I've kicked up the graphics just a tad because these models are just really, really crisp, really, really cool looking. Again, so you could probably see from before where they look pretty good, you know, but that was, like I said, low graphics, and now they're at medium for a lot of things. So they look like 1,000% better even at medium. And see all the little markings now, and a few more of the windows. And if you kick it up even better, yes, station complete. Thank you. And if you kick it up even better or even more, I swear to God, you could probably see, I don't know, maybe
Station complete.
Picard in there reading a book. Not that you want to. Anyway, really cool. There we go. Like in space, you know, it's all, there's no up and down, right? Anyway, yeah, where were we? Colonizing. Learned the word. Learned how to say it. Colonizing the planet, and we were going to set up some stuff. Okay, so we're going to increase the civilian. We're going to give this one more of the tactical, and let's see if we can't. Nope.
Research complete.
Can't afford to do anything else, so we're going to give it
Yellow
a few.
alert activated.
What? See, these little alerts that go on will appear down here in this little left-hand menu. You have your planetary reports, your production reports, diplomacy reports. Don't really care about those. And the threat reports. So this says that a plasma storm heading towards Altintago, whatever. We'll rename that if we ever get there. And a crystalline life form detected in the system. Too cool. Random events that just happen. There's like plasma storms or gamma storms or what have you. Pretty cool stuff. Let's go ahead and place this turret. Is this a turret? Is that what we're doing? I believe so. And another space station. Because this is one of our outer, what we've decided is going to be one of our outer rims of defense. And we need to add some fighter support in that one as well. And what's cool is when you click on the planet, it'll also give you the amount of protection in your little gravity well here. Okay. Let's see. We do need some more of this stuff. We're a little low on dilithium. Let's see. We're going to buy some. Yeah, let's buy some. Dink, dink. Okay. Now we need no logistics slots.
Station complete.
Wonderful. Let's see if we can make another one here. Nope, we're capped. Oops. We're capped. There. Okay. Not a big deal.
Complete.
Research complete. Okay, so we got 2 bays. Let's kick out some ships, build our fleet a little bit, and go exploring a little bit more.
Prepare the docking
I'm
base.
not going to walk through a whole game of this. We're just going to try to get the flavor and the feel. So let's do some better exciting stuff. Yeah. Okay, now we got a couple new classes. We have the Centaur class and the Miranda class. We're going to build a couple of those because they're a little bit better fighter. We're going to make a rather large fleet. Okay. What the hell? Let's just go for it. Oh, yeah.
Battle stations.
Take it to those nasty Romulans. And because we got 2 bays, we should see some pretty good, again, got to be able to find my ships. We should, and let's see if they auto-join.
Ship
Yes,
at
they do.
full
See
readiness.
how that's got a circle around it? Cool.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah. So we're just gonna move
Engines
over
to
here.
full.
God. Okay, part of being an aged gamer is you tend to drift off and forget what you were talking about. Must not have been a big deal. But we're going to take the fight to the ROMs and see what we can do. Let's scout out our galaxy, make sure our little scouts' lives were not lost in vain, because you can see, yeah, I don't see any of them anywhere. And there's no planet with a little ring around it like this guy down here to show me that they're currently there. But we're going to head in this direction. And I think
Research complete.
we're just going to have some fun, and we're just going to blast through here. See if we can't find
Awaiting
that
orders.
crystalline entity just to see what it looks like. And I'm sure even through my brief little playthrough here, you can see just how immersive it is. I mean, I'm playing in a tiny little
Acknowledge,
one star. I started with one planet. I could see this one and this one. And the next thing you know, there's, what is this, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 13-ish
Standing
planets. And you could play on ones that have like 119 plus planets and set up, you know, I think it goes up to 10 opponents. So you could
Awaiting
set up
orders.
like 5 AI bad guys, and then you and either 4 buddies, or you and a buddy or 2, and the rest are friendly AI, and put yourselves on one team and them on the other, and just go about having a massive game where you really have to develop industry and everything else. So you can see just how immersive and how long that would take. That would probably take, oh yeah, that would take a long, that'd be like a
Standing by.
Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Awaiting orders.
Which is another great game, in my opinion. Anyway, let's go see how we're doing down here in our production. Got 2 more cranked out. Alright, we got anything in our
Standing
build order
by.
here? Doot. Looks like we got 4 more ships. So we'll wait till we get those 4 and then we'll blast through. See if we
Research
can't have some fun.
complete.
Yeah. Now, the way I play obviously isn't going to be the way you play. You might be more tactical minded. You might really be into the whole Star Trek universe and really
Give
want to
the
get
word.
into renaming everything and building fictionally accurate fleets of ships. And I mean, you can
Standing
even
by.
like, okay, this guy's
Give
the
the word.
Centaur class, okay, but I can get into, where is it at? The thing I did with
Be
the planet
ready
where you
for
renamed
anything.
it. Well, guess what? This looks like a really
Battle
cool.
stations.
Let's say this is not the USS Majestic. This is the USS Concord. Yeah, I like, and because I'm playing, that's what matters. All right, the USS Concord. Perfect. Okay,
Research
I think we're pretty
complete.
much done with our build. Think. Yes, we are. Okay, so let's grab a group here.
Ship at full
And
readiness.
we are going to blast off to, what's this called? Elba.
All power to engines.
Actually, we don't want to go all the way there. We just want to go here.
Engines to full.
So when I told you that because you got this selected, they're going to go ahead and group up here before they make a mass warp jump. I'm going to go ahead and watch that. Now, to me, this would be a terrifying fleet coming my way. I mean, if I was a Romulans. Okay, so they don't jump.
Alter course.
They just wait. They're waiting. Boom! Now they're jumping. And if I had the sound effects up a little bit and wasn't talking, you'd hear them go. Or the actual, accurately equivalent sound effect. You see, got all the warp stuff coming, and then we come into planet. Okay, and then we got all these guys, but we don't really care. We'll do a little blaster back and forth as we go. Yeah, zippity zop, zippity zop. This guy's not gonna, even with his 57% shield reduction, he's gonna hurt if he gets in our way too long. Yeah, look at that. Shield's already gone, smoking, and he's down to 111 hull points. So obviously we could stay here and take this fairly easily. Set up another colony, which is just going to take time, but we're trying to blast all the way through. But since we're in transit and it does take a while, let me talk to you about what I've noticed in some of the multiplayer aspects of this game. And squeaky chair yet again. So, multiplayer aspects of this game. So I've played with my buddy Fastest Dwarf, and he's the son of a friend of mine and has been an avid gamer all his life. And when I had this huge computer LAN gaming thing set up in my basement. We used to get together, him and his friends and me and mine, and we'd go, versus and have all these really cool battles, and the moon's being attacked as oh no, it's just a scout. But see how those fighters come out? And even the fighters, they're pretty good. He warped out. Anyway, I play with him. Things I've noticed in the multiplayer is that you can really define what you want to do with it. You can do that expansive where you want to make the diplomatic and the logistical victories. I guess it's logistical, something like that. Where you got all the planets and got the most money, or the political one. Victories, you can throw all those in there. What I've noticed in our multiplayer matches is that it takes forever to get from my planet to his. So that's one thing that I really actually like about the game, is it slows it down and adds that little bit of tactical to it as well, where, okay, let's say his planet was over here, and he's got his little home bases there, and then he's getting attacked, and he's like, I need help. It's like, okay, so I'm going to have to take 1, 2, 3 jumps to get there, and we just did 2 from the moon. We're only here, and this is how much time it's been. I haven't slowed it down. This is normal camera go, or normal time going. You can increase the time if you want. This is normal time, and so it adds a little bit of that urgency where you're trying to hold out desperately, where you can zoom in and see your allies and what they're doing, and it's like, oh, he's just coming across this whole gravity well here, and he's got 2 more jumps. Can I last? And it really adds a lot of drama to it. So you can play it really basic and turn all those other victory conditions off to where you just, either you destroy his home planet and he destroys yours, or you can even make it even easier, or not easier, but a little more dynamic, to where you know where the planet is, but if there's a version where you can create a like a capital ship, and then I think this is the entity right here, or something. What is this? Oh, plasma storm. And look, it's traveling from one system to the other. It's going to hit this system right, boom, in the kisser. That's cool. I have no idea what it does as far as the effects it has within.
Yellow alert. Activated.
We'll see. These guys seem to be a little bit tougher. They're hitting me pretty hard as I go away. Luckily, the Federation does have a 360-degree firing arc on most of its ships, I think, if not all. So that's kind of cool. What's going to happen is I'm going to limp in Romulus with Romulus? Yeah. With, like, my fleet ship here, which is on fire already. No! No! This is going to be a short battle.
Be ready for anything.
No? Guess he'd have to fight something to level up. Anyway, what was I saying? Something. Boy, I got distracted by a big old pink cloud. That's crazy. Anyway, back to the multiplayer stuff. Yeah, it adds that urgency to it, and it's just really a fun game where you can take your time. And we were talking about the ships. So you can make the capital ships, and because you can move your capital ships around, it's kind of turns into a hunt for the other guy's capital ship for a win condition. So you really want to protect it and not take it right into battle. So there's so many ways to play Sins of what is it? Sins of the Solar blah blah. This game, but in the Star Trek Armada 3 mod, that it's really got a lot of replayability. Please get through here real fast. I think we have found Romulan airspace. And is this a Ministry of Order? Hulk? What is this? I haven't played the Romulans yet, so I don't know what this is. If it's a space station or a turret. I guess we'll find out if it's a turret here real quick. But they've populated this asteroid and are mining its resources and for the greater good of their empire. So let's see how bad I am here. My shields are regenerating. Oh, down to 750, 760 hull. Ugh. It's
Ship
just
at
not
full
good.
readiness.
Not good. Not good. You can also build ships that repair your ships. I didn't. Let's see. I'm just going to hit this thing up halfway through. Can you hear him? Can you hear that Star Trek sound? Oh yeah. Okay. They're gonna make. Let's see. Is it one last jump? One last jump. We're gonna see what the Romulans are up to. See if they can take on the mighty force of the smoking Federation starship and his escort. That's really bad. That's not good damage to go into battle with. Again, they're gonna just hold up until everybody's in position, waiting for Gimpy here. I'm gonna go ahead and select everybody now, so I can give them an order. The thing I did notice too is that they tend to spread out their. Go ahead and work. Zip-zop. So they tend to spread out their fire patterns before you get a lot of research done. Oh yeah, such cool effects. All right, we're in system. There's their planet, and I made this big trip without having any planetary bombers, I think. All right. Well, let's get to it. Boom.
All power to weapons.
This one's actually taking some damage. Interesting. Well, that was quick. I don't know what they've been fighting. This guy's a little tougher. But hopefully we can make short work of these guys. And look, my gimpy little...
Target their primary systems.
See what I mean by how they'll spread out their damage, and if you just point them all at one thing and take it out, it's a heck of a lot better. I don't know what they were fighting. Boom. Again, the graphics are just really, really good. Watch this explosion here. Kaboom. Gone. The bigger stuff just really implodes. It's really, really cool. You can also just right-click on a target, and it'll do the same thing. That's what I find, that whenever I right-click, I just start telling things to move.
Engines to
See,
full.
because I can never get to it. All right.
Helm,
I don't want to
new
make
course heading.
everything warp out accidentally. Oh, what's this?
Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes.
Oh, this is a big guy. He's got plasma, pulse, and beam weapons. Ooh, this must be like their capital ship. Yeah. The Vengeance class. And his shields are almost all the way gone. As are mine. Okay, I'll come back for another pass, guys. Don't run away.
Target their primary systems.
Yes, please. Take them out. Target their primary systems. Phasers and photons everywhere. Explosions. Fire. Oh, yeah. Yep. Ooh. And mid-air collisions. I hope he has Geico. I think we're doing pretty good here, actually. Just got A little bit more to go. He's down to 600 health. His shields are depleted, but they do regenerate a little bit, but not enough to make a difference. And this should be the final pass. What happened there? He warped out. What? Oh, what a chicken. Well, let's see if we
All
got
power to
anything to
weapons.
bombard the planet here. I guess this is the equivalent of a rush or some kind, even though I didn't rush. But I guess that would be a valid tactic, you know, kind of like the Zerg rush, if you could just hurry up and use your starting money to form up a bunch of small ships. But like I said, first you got to explore where they're at, and then you got to get there. It just takes forever, unlike, say, Warhammer, StarCraft, and like Warhammer 40k. RTS is what I'm talking about. Gosh, it would just take forever and ever and ever and ever. Alright,
Ready
so
phasers
let's see
and
what we
quantum
got going on
torpedoes.
here. Do we got anything that can attack
Yellow alert.
the...
Activated.
Well, we got one ship. My ship. My big ambassador class is attacking the planet. But as you can see, isn't that cool? Look at the planet's surface. It's got photon bombs exploding on the surface. Okay, so unfortunately we have our work cut out for us because I didn't bring any bombers. As you can see, the planet health is a mere 5,400 and the population is 272, and so we're going to be here a while. Needless to say, I'm not going to sit here and keep going and going. And the reason these other ships are flying off is because they have nothing to hurt a planet. So I can bring in planetary bombers and just like really destroy this planet. The Klingons are very, very adept at destroying planets. They have abilities that kind of like suck souls out. It sounds like, but like there's this cloud that surrounds that emits from the ship and surrounds the planet, and you hear ah, and it's really kind of gruesome, I guess. But the Klingons, I guess they're pretty ruthless anyway. And I hope, and that's going to be about it. I hope you guys really give this game a try. If you're an older gamer like me, write down the name of the game, because you'll forget. And you know what I'm very thankful of? Yes, I did not have to deal with these pieces of pirate scum. Oh, they just made my last games just... I had this huge economy going, and they kept attacking me wave after wave, and I finally got this huge, and there goes the plasma star again. I tell you what, these pink clouds distract me. And the next thing you know, they're ruining everything I just built, and so I raised the bounty so that they'd attack the other guys just to give me a break, and they end up wiping him out, and just anticlimactic ending to a very, very good game that spent about 8 hours of me playing here and there. Well, I would eventually win this game. They're down to 4,900 and 261. Yeah, in another hour, maybe. I probably even have enough time to go back to my home planet here, and that's being nebulized. I wonder what that does. Striker craft launch disabled. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, anyway. This does not have planetary bombing capability, but this ship, nope. Nope. Where'd it go? Is it in here? No, it's in there. I thought it's this ship. The Norway? Yeah, the Norway. War destroyers. They can bomb planets. And they do a wonderful job of it. And there's also another ship that's kind of neat, which is the Steam Runner, and that's the torpedo frigate, which just endlessly pelts torpedoes. And Obviously, you know by now that the way I would get these is to do more research and continue the tree on down until I could get them, but again, I'm not going to make this huge long video. I just was going to, this is more of a, I recommend this video to anyone of any age group who enjoys fulfilling or strategizing and then coming up with a plan and having time to do it, not feeling so rushed. The other, and again, I applaud the mod makers. I believe it was Ironclad. You can just do a search for Star Trek Armada 3, and you will be directed to the web page to where they host, or yeah, that their mod is hosted, and download it and install it yourself. It's fairly straightforward, very little things to do, very easy to install. If you have a 64-bit system, there's a little file that comes at you and put on your desktop, and then grab the executable from the main game and say, hey, I want to be able to use more than 2 gigs of memory, which is really handy. Yes, so again, highly recommend this game. The next game I think I'm going to tackle is another one I saw on Mr. What does he call himself again? Captain Shack from the XP Gamer. Very nice guy, makes a lot of very good videos. Would like to play with him someday if he happens to watch this for whatever reason. And they've been playing the Warhammer Dawn of War, the original, the 40K universe, which I actually play the miniature war games for that. And there is the Apocalypse mod, the Ultimate Apocalypse mod, which allows you to get Titans and increase the unit sizes, and looks really, really cool. I'm going to give that a try and make another video of that for the Age'ed Gamer. And until then, this is Khankore, the Age'ed Gamer, saying good gaming, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined, and leave some comments and throw out those likes. Have fun, live long, and no, I can't even say it. I'm sorry. I am not going to go there. Have a good day.